Biggity bang. Let the minute countdown begin.
I'm glad you like the song so much.
Bang, biggity bang. Uh-oh.
What's wrong now?
We're live! Biggity
Wow,
bang.
that was fast. Quick, player opening.
What?
Play the opening.
Oh! Yes, the opening. Oh my
I
goodness.
fucking made. Play it.
On BS with BNS.
It needs to be more snappy.
We need to be more snappy then.
Well, yes. This week's episode is brought to you by Tylenol Cold Multi-Symptom. Still sad that Pimp Kit didn't make it down, but that's okay. This 13-year-old...
I wish he was a Cobra Commander-esque supervillain. Yeah, we have a chat function on YouTube, by the way.
We have a chat? Oh, hey. There it is.
It's not supposed to be shared with others or sold to them. Ah,
He got extremely butthurt about it, and he's no longer with the group anymore.
you may be consorting with villainy. Is that what you're saying? A member of the New England Injustice Gang. Naughty guy from a gunquit is our leader. Oh my.
Oh my. I can type stuff now.
You can talk to yourself. Amazing.
Okay, that's very wrong. While decades ago vaccines contained a non-toxic variant of mercury, today they don't contain mercury of any kind.
Now, here's a true story.
What's going on?
What's going on?
It's a trick.
Eh.
Yes.
That's a classic chassis if I ever saw one. Woo! It's BS with BNS. I'm B.
And I'm ass. Ah!
And
That just happened.
we still have a chat window. Does it work?
Yay! No one's talking to us.
That's fine. I wonder if it works.
Why is Safari not able to access YouTube? Son of a bitch. Alright.
Pow.
You gonna type some stuff?
Oh, there it
As
is.
Bob Smith.
Bob Smith, our number one employee.
There we go.
Oh
How
man.
you doing, bud?
Alive, not dead.
Yeah, which is impressive considering.
Yeah, last week's show is what was it? The night before I went to the hospital?
Yep, literally. The
Sweet.
night before you almost died in the hospital.
Yeah, pretty much. I was good in spirits though. I kept it real.
Yep. Yep. Just so you know, if you died, I probably would never do this again. So, Don't
Probably.
die. Yeah, don't die.
I hold all the keys to the kingdom, I guess.
Damn straight you do. Don't ever die. Don't do it. It's a trap.
Don't do it, but why?
But is that really a question?
Yes, it is. And I asked it.
Don't die. Ah, shut up, you. Okay, there we go. Done. All right.
Well-
So, what is up?
Malware.
Malware is up. Yeah. This is interesting. It seems that someone is using Steam Greenlight to make these fake web pages that look exactly like other game pages. And at the time of that article, Steam still hadn't pulled them. People could still click on them, actually give these assholes money, and get a virus in return. Because they were posing as special DLC for games that doesn't exist. As a way to entice people. Yeah. Oh, scroll to update. There's updates.
Yeah. Jeez. Update number 1, number 2.
Yeah. Yep, they've removed the malicious links, taking further steps to deal with anyone involved with posting these links. Well, good for you.
Yeah. I mean, shouldn't have happened in the first place. My God, no one's vetting this stuff, huh? I take it then.
Yeah, no one is vetting anything in Steam Greenlight. Yeah, Steam might get the worst customer service award. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, that was Valve that got that. Wait, isn't Steam attached to Valve?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, for next year to get 2 in a row.
Are they? I don't know. Usually there's a lot of good things to say about Valve customer service.
Like what?
Like how Gabe Newell, who owns Valve, was dealing with customer service issues himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, good for him. Apparently, he likes to be seen around the office doing shit.
He actually puts out a big memo about it where it's like, look, I'm doing my part too. And it's everyone's responsibility. Not just, those assholes.
Yeah? Alright. Alright.
I don't know.
Are we being posted online? Because we're not under the YouTube yet.
But it's still surprising that no one's vetting any of the content on their site, though.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
What's really surprising is you read the article, and it took a few days. Like, the article had been up for a few days.
Damn.
Or, it came up after a few days. Like, a few days of that, and so posted an article, and then it kept doing it. Like, you see the update dates. There's gaps between them. It's not, like, all updated the same day.
Damn. That is depressing.
That's way too bad. I don't know what kind of communication failure that is, because I'm sure you must have been having thousands of angry nerds just freaking the fuck out on them.
Yep.
And then again, actually, you might have had a few that wouldn't want to admit to it. Might be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Afraid their nerd cred may get pulled for falling for such a simple trap.
It's true. I downloaded games. It's reliving Yahoo games all over again.
Yeah.
You want to talk about freaking landmine of field of viruses?
Viruses and malware. Yahoo
yeah.
games stuff. What's the story behind that?
Oh, that was years ago. I mean, jeez. I remember fixing my mom's computer, right? Let's say it's Monday.
Sure.
I get home from school Tuesday. Already broken.
Just from her playing like her card games and her poker games.
Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, it was like, I just friggin' fixed this thing. I don't want to do this all over again. I really don't.
You have to, because it's your mom, and she needs her games.
Yep, she does.
It's like she needs her stories.
5 brainwashing tips that work no matter how smart you are.
Yeah, this is an interesting article. I'll give it up for David Wong, the guy that writes this. He always writes stuff that's inflammatory and inciting and insightful as well. Let's be honest. He really does challenge his readers, and he gets so much hate in their comment section. I know he doesn't even read it, because I've heard him on their podcast comment on how he doesn't read any of the comments ever, because there's no point. But if you scroll down, there's a very interesting video that really opened my eyes to something that I've known about, but didn't have a name for, and that's a little thing called thought germs. So go ahead and scroll down. You'll see... Yeah, I get it. He's coming in to kiss me every time you do that. Yep, he just can't wait to give me the double D.
Double D.
Yep, that's not it. That's your pelvis breaking, that image.
That's an old man.
Yep.
That's Nazis.
Yep, because it's mostly about fear. Yeah.
That's
we know who the bad guys are is because they're orcs.
That's the Matrix, right? Those are the Matrix?
Yep.
Right?
Oh, totally. Yeah, that's Agent Elrond. Just so you know, who traveled with Neo to the Towers of Mordor, so he can leap to his death.
That's an apple. That's a pervy dude.
Sir, that was a laptop. I don't know why you thought that was fruit.
Whatever.
Here we go. Play it. It's only a few minutes long, but it's pay attention. It's worthwhile.
Thank the savings.
Ads.
This,
Ads.
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Geico. Get a bag of dicks.
Oh, more ads. Oh, there goes the
Yeah, he made a good point on how friends are more important than
Yeah,
politics.
take that, puppy.
Hello, Internet.
Eat that
Thoughts
spaghetti.
compete for space in your brain. Cat photos, news stories, belief structures, funny GIFs, educational videos, not so educational videos, and your thinking inventory is limited. A thought without a brain, to think it dies. Now, we can treat thoughts as though they're alive, specifically alive like germs. That might sound weird, but stick with me. Take jokes. Jokes are thought germs that live in your brain, and when you tell the joke to another brain, you help it to reproduce, just like when you have the flu and sneeze to help it reproduce. This germ gets into its host by snot through the mouth, and this one by words through the ear, but it's reproduction either way. Logging onto your social media then is exposing yourself to everyone's mental sneezes, each post a glob of snot with a thought germ trying to get into your brain. If not for permanent residence, then at least long enough to get you to press the share button and sneeze it with everyone you know. In this analogy then, a funny cat photo with the perfect caption is a superflu. Now, just as germs exploit weak points in your immune system, so do thought germs exploit weak points in your brain, aka emotions. Once inside, thought germs that press emotional buttons get their host to spread them more, measurably more. Well, except sadness. Sad thoughts don't get very far. Awe is pretty good, which is why websites that construct thought germs like biological weapons arm them with titles like 7 whatevers that will blow your mind or the shocking secret behind this thing. But anger is the ultimate edge for a thought germ. Anger bypasses your mental immune system and compels you to share it like nothing else. Being aware of your brain's weak spots is necessary for good mental health, like knowing how to wash your hands. Because even without intentional construction, any thought germ on the internet can, on its own, grow more infectious as it spreads. To talk about why, let's forget anger for a moment and go back to that cat photo. Every photo ever taken is a thought germ, and most die a quick death like the bazillion cat photos, or baby photos, posted on the internet that are never shared. But a mildly funny cat photo can grow into so much more, because just as transatlantic flights were the best thing to happen to germs, so the internet is the best thing to happen to thought germs. For once on board, that cat photo can leap into other brains, and those brains might share it, and here's the key point, occasionally change it. A Photoshop here, a tweaked caption there. Most changes are terrible, but some make the thought germ even funnier, getting more brains to share it, which results in more changes and a shot at superstardom. Thus, a lowly cat photo can achieve global brain domination, at least for a few hours. The internet, with its unparalleled ability to share and randomly change thought germs, can't help but make them stronger. With jokes, that's awesome, but with angry germs, not always so awesome, no. Angry germs, the more they're shared, undergo the same process, changing and distorting to be more aggravating. These have a better chance of spreading than their possibly more accurate, but probably also more boring, rivals. But like plagues, thought germs can burn through a population too quickly. Just watch your favorite meme-generating machine for a week and you'll see the life cycle fly by. However, some thought germs have found a way around burnout. Now, I must warn you, depending on which thought germs live in your head and which you fight for, the next section might sound horrifying. So please keep in mind, we're talking about what makes some thought germs successful, particularly angry ones, and not how good or how bad the thoughts themselves are. Deep breath, calm. Thought germs can burn out because once everyone agrees, it's hard to keep talking and thus thinking about them. But if there's an opposing thought germ, an argument, then the thinking never has to stop. The disagreement doesn't have to be angry, but again, angry helps. The more visible an argument gets, the more bystanders it draws in, which makes it more visible, which is why every group from the most innocuous internet forum to the national conversation can turn into a double rage storm across the sky in no time. Wait, these thought germs aren't competing, they're cooperating. Working together, they reach more brains and hold their thoughts longer than they could alone. Thought germs on opposite sides of an argument can be symbiotic. One tool symbiotic anger germs in particular can employ is you're with us or against us. Whatever thought germ is left to the front of your brain, push it back. This video isn't about that. We're just talking about this tool, which makes it very hard for neutral brains to resist, and its divisiveness also grows its symbiotic partner. This is more enemies, because though the participants think they're involved in a fiery battle to the death, from the anger germ's perspective, one side is a field of flowers and the other a flock of butterflies. Of course planting more flowers will get you more butterflies, and getting more butterflies will pollinate more flowers. If there's neutral people find difficult to avoid, you just might be looking at a super successful pair of symbiotic anger germs that have reached ecological stability. Now, one final depressing thought, one more awe-inspiring inspiring point that will reveal the secrets of, actually no, it's just depressing. When opposing groups get big, they don't really argue with each other, they mostly argue with themselves about how angry the other group makes them. We can actually graph fights on the internet to see this in action. Each becomes its own quasi-isolated internet sharing thoughts about the other. You see where this is going, right? Each group breeds thought germs about the other, and as before, the most enraging, but not necessarily the most accurate, spread the fastest. The group almost can't help but construct a totem of the other so enraging they'll talk about it all the time, which, now that you know how thought germs grow, is exactly what makes the totem always perfectly maddening. Now, all this isn't to say there's no point in arguing. That's a different video. Or that the internet isn't amazing, or that there aren't things worth trying to change people's minds about. Thought germs of all kinds come and go. But it's useful to be aware of how thoughts can use our emotions to spread, and how the more rapidly a thought is able to spread, the more chances it has to become even better at spreading through random changes that are made to it. Sometimes that's great, sometimes it's terrible. But if you want to maintain a healthy brain, it pays to be cautious of thoughts that have passed through a lot of other brains and that poke you where you're weakest. It's your brain, be hygienic with it.
Now he's just like politely asking you to share the video and be a good germ vector and sneeze this to your friends. Which I absolutely support. This is something I've always had as a theory.
Yep.
In my head, but I've never had a name for it. I never called it thought germs. I called it like symbiotic warfare.
I like it.
Because I always looked at the Democrats and Republicans especially, and they lie outright about each other. They demonize each other.
Yep.
And you can't be that stupid. Like, a lot of them do it very tongue-in-cheek, but you get those that believe in it. And this is why I talk about things like bad feedback loops within groups. Like that asshole a few weeks ago that said, oh, well, women need to stop showing their TNA and having pussy cams on the Twitch channels. Because in his loop, how have they demonized these women? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They've absolutely created this construct, and they're attacking the construct. As a result, they end up attacking these women as well. They don't view it as misogyny because they're stupid. It pretty much is misogyny. That's what it is. When you expect someone, in this case women, to act a certain way and get angry when they don't. Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
It's not quite hatred, but it's not that far off from it. Because you are demanding change using a negative, well, in this case, feedback loops.
It's true.
So what we have to do to make our show more successful is either piss people off or find someone to attack. So what do we do? Do we hate the haters?
Nazis.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair, I guess. But what actually got me thinking, his comment about people that are neutral, how they can't really stay neutral, because there's always one side or the other that's just making it completely pain in the ass.
Yep.
What if we call ourselves the other 1%?
The other
That 1% of the argument that is attacking both sides. We're trying to create our own hate germ to counteract and be symbiotic with the other 2 active hate germs. We're going to evolve this theory.
So we're like the opposite of
We've got to be the opposite of neutral.
No, we're like the opposite of C-SPAN. I don't even know what that is.
Like, I don't even know what that means.
Well, I was gonna say we're gonna be like the okay. So you got CNN, you got Fox News, and you got C-SPAN, which is like the neutral party, right? Because it's
they just show video of the politicians.
Yeah, but they're
being useless.
They're supposed to be the neutral party and all. But then
Okay.
you want to be the inverse of C-SPAN.
That's where we just obscure everything. We don't show the truth. We just obscure it.
Yeah.
I think that's brilliant, and we should do that.
Congress is in session right now. Here's a picture of a duck.
Yep. Because that's the equivalent of Congress being in session, is a rape duck. Because all ducks are rapists. Let's be real.
Lame duck session.
Yeah, lame duck session. There we go. Yep. The duck party. We don't give a duck.
Duck you.
Yep, go duck yourself. We could really run with this.
It's true.
But
So-
it is, yeah, I had 4 mind blows in that.
No, it's true. I mean, there's definitely you can definitely go along with that. Absolutely. What I can't go along is what the hell am I looking at here?
All right, well, long story short, I went to Portland Pie. That is a pizza place here in Biddeford, Maine.
Okay.
It's a growing, spreading, like a germ, franchise that makes excellent pizza and sells Smith and Forge frickin' cider on tap.
Nice.
It's fucking delicious. But what's interesting is when I sent you the link to it, because I wanted to talk about it and praise it and say, hey, this local place here, really cool, give them the old BNS bump, because we're here to help local businesses.
Yep.
And then you pointed out to me that they have the strangest mobile website when you access it via a regular computer. And now I'm wondering if other mobile sites for websites do this as well.
I don't. Well, it says up here. It gets cut off here in the stream, but it says preview your site. So I think this is a preview for a mobile device.
Because that's like an HTC. Maybe that's what it is. Some company said, hey, Portland Pie, we'll make a mobile site for you. Here's an example. And Portland Pie just went, well, fuck it. We'll just use that example. Thanks.
Well, no. I mean, I got a BlackBerry. I got a Windows phone, the iPhone, HTC.
yeah, someone other way.
I can flip it.
It's like for people that are so addicted to their phones that if they've lost their phones, they can go to Portland Pie's mobile site on their computer and act like they have a phone.
Yeah, all the
I
buttons.
think that is a wonderful service that Portland Pie
All the
provides.
buttons work.
Yep, brings you right to websites and everything. You can tweet about it.
I mean, there's.
Here's a fucking
Whoa.
tiny view of the.
Whoa.
Well, if you had a genuine touchscreen, you'd probably be able to zoom in.
I'm touching it. It's not working.
You're not genuinely touching it. You're only clicking it. It's a click screen for you.
Well, it should be the same goddamn thing.
I disagree.
Fine.
One's a button. One's a fingerprint. They're different, sir.
It's true.
All right, so what's up?
This TED Talk.
Yes, play this. This is 6 minutes of your life that you will be glad you spent on this.
Hear that? That's nothing. Which is what I, as a speaker at today's conference, have for you all. I have nothing. Nada. Zip. Zilch. Zippo. Nothing smart. Nothing inspirational. Nothing even remotely researched at all. I have absolutely nothing to say whatsoever.
This guy's my hero.
And yet, through my manner of speaking, I will make it seem like I do. Like what I am saying is brilliant. And maybe, just maybe, you will feel like you've learned something. Now, I'm going to get started with the opening. I'm going to make a lot of hand gestures. I'm going to do this with my right hand. I'm going to do this with my left. I'm going to adjust my glasses. And then I'm going to ask you all a question. By show of hands, how many of you all have been asked a question before? Okay, great. I'm seeing some hands. And again, I have nothing here. Now, I'm going to react to that and act like I'm telling you a personal anecdote. Something to break the tension, something to endear myself a little bit, something kind of embarrassing. And you guys are going to make an awe sound. It's true. It really happened.
So obedient, that audience.
I know.
And now I'm going to bring it to a broader point. I'm going to reel you back in. I'm going to make it intellectual. I'm going to bring it to this man right here. Now, what this man did was important, I'm sure. But I, for one, have no idea who he is. I simply Google image the word scientist. And now, you see, I'd like it to seem like I'm making points, building an argument, inspiring you to change your life, when in reality, this is just me buying time. Now, if you don't believe me, let's take a look at the numbers. This is a real thing that's happening right now. The number of talks that I'm giving is 1. Interesting facts imparted thus far in said talk, well, that's going to be a 0. My height in inches is 70.5. Note the 0.5 there. 2 times 6 equals 12. And then interestingly enough, 6 times 2 also equals 12. That's math. 352 is a 3-digit number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then almost immediately following that, we get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, to add more filler here, I'm going to give you a couple more numbers to consider. 18, 237, 5,601, 2.6 million.
That's a big number.
4. They're real numbers, all of them. And to follow that up, let's take a look at some graphs. Now, if you take a look at this pie chart, what you're going to see is that the majority far exceeds the minority. Everybody see that? Cool, isn't it? And let's take a look at this bar graph because it shows similarly irrelevant data. Now, I'm doing this because with the sound off, you might think, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. But I don't. I'm floundering, panicking, I've got nothing. I'm a total and utter phony. But you know what? I was offered a TED Talk. And damn it, I'm going to see it through. Now, if you take a look behind me, these are just words paired with vaguely thought-provoking stock photos. I'm going to point at them like I'm making use both of my time as well as your time, but in reality, I don't know what half of them mean. And now, as these continue, I'm just going to start saying gibberish. Wagga wah, gabba gabba, turkey, mouth in a mouth, chip, trip, my dog Skip. Rip it and dip it, Richard. I'm an itty-bitty baby bopper, and I'm hungry in my tum-tum. Brad Pitt, Uma Thurman. Names, things, words, and more things. And see, it feels like it might make sense, doesn't it? Like maybe, just maybe, I'm building to some sort of satisfying conclusion. I mean, I'm gesticulating as though I am. I'm pacing, I'm growing in intensity, I'm taking off my glasses, which, by the way, are just frames. I wore them to look smart, even though my vision is perfect. And now I'm going to slow things down a little bit. I'm going to change the tone. I'm going to make it seem like I'm building to a moment. And what if I was? Amazing, isn't it? What can you do? Life's a roller coaster. You know, if there's one thing you take away from my talk, I'd like you to think about what you heard at the beginning, and I'd like you to think about what you hear now. Because it was nothing, and it's still nothing. Think about that. Or don't, that's fine. And now I'm going to stop talking. Thank you.
That was amazing. That was so good. It definitely is a nice critique, actually, of TED Talks in general.
Yep.
While also showcasing proper TED techniques.
It's
or
true.
TEDniques, as I like to call them.
Techniques.
TED. I'm surprised they didn't have the bear from that movie,
Oh, yeah.
because he talks.
Yep.
I wonder if that's like a meta joke that Seth MacFarlane did. That's why he calls the bear Ted, because he talks.
I super doubt it.
I bet you that he was sitting there just blazing with some guys. It's like Ted talks. Ted was a teddy bear. He was talking. Seth MacFarlane's like, I'm going to steal that idea and make a movie out of it. Because I don't think he's ever had an original thought. That's just an opinion, though. I could be wrong.
It's true.
I may be on the fence about that. So what's up? Game Grumps? Oh yeah. Wait. This seems epic and interesting. But suddenly I find it appealing.
I don't know what's going on.
The music makes
Shaving.
me want to care
It
about
was
it.
shaving. No. Armband. Footband.
Whoa, ankle replacement. Oh. That fart. The farting shoe.
Have you ever had cookie butter?
What is that?
It's peanut butter, but instead of made with peanuts, it's made with fucking cookies.
It's ridiculous.
No, it's true.
When I was a smoker of pot, I would occasionally cook marijuana, and that was like you'd cook it into butter and then make like weed cookies or weed brownies, and those were fucking delicious. And then you'd get stupid high.
Yeah.
Was there a point to this?
Maybe.
I can't remember. But I ate 39 of them in 3 days.
What?
Well, yeah, I made myself a giant tray of brownies, like 40 of them, and I remember my friend had one, and then he left. And then I was like, well, I guess I'll eat one. But then when you get high, you get the munchies, and then you eat another pot brownie, and then you get super high, and then you get the munchies again, and then you eat another brownie, and you get high again. So I just sat there and ate brownies like it was a fucking thing to do for like 3 days. It was terrible.
That's awesome, man.
I did nothing. I tried to play Morrowind, and I couldn't.
I can't imagine Morrowind's that difficult to play when you're stoned, so... That guy was pretty fucking high. Just putting that out there. Not saying I know exactly what he's going through, but I must say I can empathize using my imagination.
Yes, quite. I just love that slow hustle. It's like talking about the pot brownies. He's like, it was amazing. What are we talking about?
That was very amusing. I like Game Grumps. Game Grumps is good.
No, they do a great job.
No.
My God, I can't believe how much they put out though.
It's like, what, a video a day or some shit? Or
Like 2 or 3.
holy fuck.
Yeah.
Well, that's all they do. Like, we have jobs.
Well, it's not all
We
they
got
do.
shit to do.
No, that's truly not all they do. That's the sad part.
What? Of course it is. Ego Raptor is just drawing their shit and that's it.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I mean,
really.
it's, his full-time job is to eat those pot brownies with his friend and make
Never
ridiculous-looking cartoons.
had pot, doesn't drink.
I already don't trust him.
Uh,
As Mr. Garrison says, I trust nothing that bleeds for 3 days and doesn't die. Nor
Yeah.
do I trust anything that has never, ever partaken of anything remotely resembling fun. I can have fun without getting high or drunk. Yeah, but that requires work.
He just
You have
doesn't
to
like.
actually do something.
He
to
just
have
doesn't like the
fun.
taste of alcohol. That's all.
So stop drinking rubbing alcohol, you twit. Just drink something.
Rubbing alcohol and tang.
Here's your rang. Enjoy it. I guess. Good to that. Shit,
Boom.
Everclear would be tastier.
A boomerang.
Yeah, it's coming up again.
Ugh.
So quick. Out your nose, it's gonna burn out your nostrils. You're gonna look like you have a giant Coke nose.
Giant Coke nose.
You're gonna tell people like, no, that's not from Coke. That's from vomit. Oh, what? Oh, I don't want to say that around Haley. I already have a picture of Stan the Man Lee.
Stan the man.
Yeah, he's in my phone
Boom.
with
Seltzer.
me. Fuck yeah! Now I just need a selfie with Haley Atwell, who is divine.
Are you going down to Boston Comic Con?
I haven't decided because if I go, it's gold ticket. It's $150.
Yep.
I just can't. I've already gone to conventions like this before, and I would never not get a gold ticket. You skip all the lines. You get to show up early. It's worth the money, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it's like
Dude, yeah.
$150 for a VIP 3-day pass. Normal 3-day pass, $100. It's $50 more. Why the fuck wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Includes 1 30-minute early admission to the shows all 3 days, 2 speed pass for celebrity autographs, 3 limited edition BotCon t-shirt, limited edition hard copy program, limited edition Comic-Con poster, and official VIP lanyard.
Ew, so I get a special necklace. Hey everybody, look at my necklace.
Look at my necklace! Oh my goodness.
Now, it is also tempting to actually do the Stan Lee VIP experience, but that's $350.
That's $350. That's an extra That is an
He
extra
is a
2
old
tickets.
fuck.
That is an extra 2
Yeah,
tickets.
and that's just to sit in a room while he eats and farts.
Divine.
I'd still pay it. It is. I would smell his farts.
I mean, Haley.
That's amazing, dude.
And Penguin.
Yep. Oh, they got. Oh, nice. They got Ward.
Yep.
Ward is becoming my new favorite bad guys.
So, with Haley, with these two here, let's talk about real quick. Let's divert, because we're less than a month away to Avengers 2.
I know.
Recapping, I'm not watching anymore. I'm out. I'm out of any advertisements.
Yep.
So
Same here.
Try not.
I
to
saw a poster for the Vision and I was depressed with myself because I wanted to avoid images of the Vision before the movie.
Okay. No, I saw the same
They
thing
made a
too.
whole fucking poster. It surprised me. I didn't think they'd make it a whole poster.
No, they did it for every character. So.
Yeah, it's true. They're not holding back now. They're not keeping secrets anymore.
Yeah. So I'm trying to not spoil myself on anything big, anyways. I mean, I'll see the Vision. I'm gonna see him anyways. Doesn't really matter. So whatever. I already knew he was in it, so that's not broken for me. Are we gonna see anyone from Agent Carter or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yes, Haley Atwell is actually credited in the movie. She has at least one scene.
All right. Also, my thing's blowing.
She's credited. That's all I got. I got no other information on that.
Yeah.
Avengers 2: Age of Ultron.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are we going to see anyone from actually Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Are we going to see an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. tie-in in the movie? Or is it just going to be after the movies?
None of them. Apparently, as of right now, knowing what we know about the cast, no one from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is in the list. Even Phil Coulson doesn't make an appearance. And there's no after-credit singer.
There's no after-credit scene.
Nope. There is something during the credits, and then it's credits, and then it's time to go home. It's pretty.
Lies.
That's pretty much what Whedon said. No, Whedon confirmed it.
No.
Now, bear in mind, the Swarma scene is tough to top,
True.
which is why they haven't done anything. But then again, the Swarma scene was shot days before the international release.
Yep. That happened.
Like, it wasn't in the UK release at all.
Nope.
It wasn't until it was released in America that they had it available.
So, I don't know.
Which, it was amazing for shawarma places.
It's true.
Yeah. There's a lot of Greek food places that changed their name to shawarma right after the movie.
Like, jump on this crap. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping to get some sort of agents. I mean, okay, yeah, we're obviously gonna get a Peggy, right? Because we gotta have a Captain American.
Something.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Captain America flashback, which is fine by me. And I hope we come out with a Peggy season 2.
I want her to get the formula. I want her to stop being old Alzheimer's Peggy. I want her to be young and vibrant, new age, and hook up with Steve Rogers. Because I'm a hopeless romantic.
Yep, not gonna happen.
I know, which is aggravating as fuck.
Yep, we know how that.
Dump the blood in the goddamn river. The fuck is wrong with you? Dude,
Yeah.
just drank it, just chugged it.
Just check it. Ugh, gross.
And Steve will be with me forever. Cool. And then she superpowers.
And then dies from, I don't know,
Well, probably. Yeah.
from all the hate, from all the super AIDS.
Yeah. Super AIDS. Super Nazi AIDS.
Oh man, but no, Agent of Shield's been doing pretty good.
I am a couple episodes behind, so I gotta get caught up on that.
I think they're either doing something dumb or genius. I can't decide.
I think it'd be stupidly genius.
Maybe it's
Or
stupidly
perhaps
genius.
Geniusly dumb.
But it's like, okay, you're not gonna get X-Men, right? I'm Marvel. I'm Agents of Shield people, or Marvel Universe movie people. I'm not gonna get X-Men, right?
Oh no, I already told you, dude. They're replacing mutant with Inhumans.
Yeah.
They're absolutely doing that.
And that's what they're doing with Agents of Shield. They're taking their time to build up and to teach us, the normal person,
About the
what
Inhuman.
an Inhuman is.
I'm on board.
So, yes, that's where I can't decide if this is genius or incredibly dumb.
We'll see. I mean, they got time to play around with stuff. Civil War is going to do a lot to define the remaining movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And I think instead of it being mutants on mutant crime, it's going to be Inhuman on Inhuman crime.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to be. It's going to be the Inhumans that are rallying with the Kree, and it'll be the ones rallying with the humans.
Yeah.
Or not so much rallying with the Kree, but rallying with themselves.
Yeah.
Establishing their own identity.
Yeah. Because they very much in the show, not giving anything away, identify themselves as something else besides human.
Yeah, they're in.
Yes. So. Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
It's going pretty good.
I'm glad you like it. I look forward to getting caught up on that.
Yeah, get caught up on this crap, man.
Well, you know, I could have got caught up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Powers, but instead I chose to start watching Daredevil.
Which was amazing, and we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Oh, yeah. But to finish... Oh,
Butt fingers first, though.
Let's go right to butt fingers. I love it. So you have Bloodborne. Have you done this yet?
No. I haven't.
Better get your Bloodborne discount and start butt fingering.
I guess.
Or finger butting, I guess it'd be. Because butt fingering does sound different.
It's true.
It does imply something.
But no,
finger butting.
Finger butting, yes. This
That's
works.
its own thing.
This works well.
Now, if only they had that mod in the game.
No.
So it's just your bare ass the whole time. That's funny.
That's great.
Actually, that makes a more luscious butt than what Will Ferrell actually has.
It's true. That is a much nicer butt than Will Ferrell deserves.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And he certainly doesn't deserve that.
No. He does.
That's funny as hell.
He deserves that.
Does it? No, he doesn't. Fuck Kramer. I'm wondering if they did it on purpose. I really am. Like, is this a Hollywood secret that no one really knew about? When people were making the DVDs, they're like, we can make butt fingers.
Butts.
Butt fingers.
Good use of Bob.
Butts.
Good use of Bob's Burgers.
Good bump for Bob's Burgers because they need it.
They got a new season, and he's got Archer. I don't know. I like Bob's Burgers. It's got its hit and miss episodes.
Well, it's like any show. That's like our show. It's mostly whiff, whiff, whiff. But on occasion, we're proud of what we do. I think.
Lately, I've been evil, I could be, but villains I've been trying hard. It's tough to climb the ladder when you're counting scars. Yeah, we'll be counting scars.
I forgot I posted this. I love the Ursula.
I see this life like a line of thread. Build your evil till you're dead. Always conscious of my cred. Losing is what I dread.
Old, but I'm not that old. Evil, but I'm not that cold.
He nailed it.
I might never wear the gold. He scares me, breaks the mold.
I feel I am the best at doing the wrong thing.
I love that line.
And I feel something so wrong when he does the worst thing. I couldn't lie. Every time I try, Scar makes me wanna cry.
Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about how evil I could be. The villains I've been trying hard. It's tough to climb the ladder when we're counting scars. Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about how evil I could be.
How was Snow White?
Oh, yeah.
Said no more counting puppies. We'll be counting scars.
All of it. This is just gorgeous.
I feel his eyes round every turn. How can he be so stern? Fear is his four-letter word. He's so evil, need to learn.
Gold, yeah, I got that gold pan. No, I'm not that bold. Evil is the hand I hold. If he's playing it, then I fold.
I think he's the best at doing the wrong thing. makes me wanna sleep.
Lately I've been getting sleep, dreaming about how evil I could be. Villains, I've been trying hard. Said no more climbing ladders, I am the King Scar.
He really is the one villain whose plan worked.
It's true. It is true. Scar did come the closest.
Yep. Only because the little shit came back.
The only one I can say maybe could be a second place is Ursula.
Hunchback? Oh no, Hunchback. Ursula's was close. She almost pulled it off. But the Hunchback of Notre Dame villain, he is the creepiest one. They didn't touch on him at all.
No, and that's sad because
No, that's fine because he's like rapey creepy.
yeah, because not only is he super rapey creepy, but he's also megabyte.
I had some comments. Okay, we're gonna get back to that in a second because I want to know what the fuck that means. But I did want to point out that it's interesting because Maleficent probably would have been higher up in the food chain if not for that crappy movie they made about her being a hero.
True.
So my theory is that they're gonna ruin Scar next with a film called The Fault in Our Scars.
Oh, that's horrible.
But then they'll follow it up with a cheesy remake or a cheesy reboot called Scar Wars.
Oh,
But that
no.
won't work. So they're gonna have to go with something a little more refined, a little Scar Trek.
Ugh.
Just the journey and rise of Scar. Alright, so this is Megabyte. Oh, from Reboot, the bad guy from Reboot.
Yeah, the voice, it's the same dude.
Wait, who did Scar?
No, we did creepy rapey dude from Hunchback.
Oh. Oh, wow. You watched this, and then you watched Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yes.
How much did that fuck you up?
Oh, dude.
Wow, Megabyte's kind of rapey. I'll give Reboot this. They did a good job of really bringing us that Uncanny Valley. Because I find all of this stuff disturbing.
Yay.
I don't know what is wrong with you.
Yay, German. That's awesome.
But yeah, I just posted that because I just saw it recently on a Facebook feed, and I was blown away at how cool that channel is. It's like Oh My Disney.
Yeah.
They do a ton of cool shit.
No, they do. Oh My Disney, knocks it out of the park every time. They do a great job.
Yeah. We'll give them the old BNS bump. Go subscribe to Oh My
Oh
Disney.
My Disney, yes, definitely.
If you won't subscribe to us, at least subscribe to them.
Oh My Disney, yep. And today's Brental Floss's birthday. There it is.
Good for him, my evil twin.
Wake up in the forest, I'm like, what's the dilly? Some kid just stole my magic flute and rode up on my filly. So now I'm rolling down a hole and nah, it don't hurt a bit. But homeboy changes up my face and then I flip my shit. Oh baby, look at my eyes, they glow, glow. Look at my face, oh, oh. Fairies be telling me no, no. I'm flying fresh and flowery. Wait, this dude looking so creepy. Things get a little bit trippy. Don't stop, hit that shop, 'cause the mood is gonna drop. Go fight, make it right, 'cause there's only 3 nights. Tick tock on the clock, and the mood don't stop, no. Look at the weird pointy boobs on this cracked out fairy. She looked like Poison Ivy's mom. Yeah, she's straight up scary. And now I'm grooving through the town on a mission to mingle. But I'll kick you to the curb unless you drop it like Tingle. I'm talking about everybody trying to get down, down. Grab my drums and pound, pound. Time to drop it like Doc Brown, Brown. We ballin', rollin' up through the snow, snow. Rapping that fishbone so low. Cosplaying like a mofo. Cosplaying like a mo. Don't stop, hit that shot, 'cause the mood is gonna drop. Go fight, make it right, 'cause there's only 3 nights. Tick tock on the clock, and the mood don't stop, no. Don't stop, take a shot, and you got some more to chop. Tonight, see the lights when the fireworks ignite. Tick tock on the clock, and the mood don't stop, no.
was fucking inspiring, I'm not gonna lie. And you know, it was made all the better by the fact that the woman doing it is a much better singer than Keisha.
True. All true.
True fucking story.
True story.
Sorry, Keisha. Crackcore doesn't work for me.
No.
Not that she would care. Not she's like, oh no, Shane's not a fan. Whatever
No.
shall I do?
Oh, no.
That was pretty good.
So, and, no, I saw that today, because on Facebook he was like, hey guys, today's my birthday, so just take this playlist and let it run in the background, please. Thank you. It's just basically...
Yeah, just double my views.
Yeah.
If you do that today, happy
Yeah.
birthday to me, you can double my views.
Hey, why not? Hey, whatever.
Smart of him.
I did it. I played Destiny while his...
rock the rental floss.
Yeah, while Blonfloss was rocking the background. It's a kitty. That's a big kitty. It's a kitty that is not interested in the camera. Oh God.
No. She's like, dear God, human. Not why I rubbed against you.
So yeah, been playing Destiny.
Oh, so this is why you're maxed out, because you have so much junk.
I do have a lot of junk. I got the junk. I got that junk. I got this
But they
junk.
gave you more space in your vault. You
Not
should
yet.
Be fine now.
Not yet. I'm still.
Oh, they haven't done it yet?
Still
they,
waiting.
They promised to do it?
They promised. It hasn't happened yet, though. We haven't got there yet.
Those fucking liars.
It's not they're liars. They just haven't got there yet. Wait, when did I? Okay, yeah. So you know I've been watching because I've been
What have you been
horribly sick this week, so I didn't get anything done.
Yeah.
So I figured, well, I'm so close to death. I might as well watch Transformers.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That would just put me over. How did that save your life? How did Michael Bay's Transformers save your life?
It was terrible, man. Those movies are terrible.
Is this really literally your first time watching any of them?
Yes.
That's amazeballs.
Yeah. No.
And you
I
didn't do it drunk? I could only do it drunk.
No. I was just like.
I haven't seen the latest one. The
I
one
was
with
just-
Mark Wahlberg where he's like, I think we got a Transformer here.
I haven't seen.
That's
the
an
latest.
actual line in the movie, isn't it?
That's the only one I haven't seen yet. Was the latest
Oh,
one, but I watched
good.
the first.
Just don't.
I watched the first 3, and I was like, "This is just terrible."
Isn't Shia LaBeouf just awful? Isn't he just one of the worst actors on the planet? Isn't his character just so bad in that last one you saw? You're like, he must have a giant horse cock in order for this woman, this hot, intelligent, capable, just luscious DLC lip woman. How does she stay with him? He must have a giant horse cock and the endurance of a stallion to match.
Yeah, I think sadly, right? Just because we don't have Megan Fox anymore, you had to put some hottie in there. That's fine. But I think his role in the third one was probably his best. Sadly,
His best?
out of the 3.
Where he just freaks out in the car, where he's just a complete douchebag to the hottest one on the planet.
Where he's like finally fed up with the whole like, look, I fucking saved this world twice over now. I deserve that much respect, at least.
Nope.
Fuck you.
Nope. Nope. If you think you deserve it, fuck you. You don't deserve it. They should have stopped Wick Wiki at the end. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, and Neller Nimoy Bot just crushes him under his foot.
But
That
all those movies just make me like. There's certain points in the movies where it's like that it just doesn't make any sense. Not one bit of sense does these movies make. Where it's like Bumblebee and Wick Wiki are together, and then like the very next scene with nothing in between them, like now Bumblebee's captured or detained by insert Transformer X here, and Shia LaBeouf's on the other side of the fucking world now. What the fuck happened? When did these two go, you go that way, I'll go this way.
Oh no, peril! Never split up the party!
And then, yeah.
It always leads to peril.
But it happens like...
Looking for peril? Split up the party.
But it happens like 2, 3, 6 times in like the same battle sequence where it's like, alright, I'm safe now, I'm together with my giant transformer. I'm gonna go the opposite way now. What?
I would hide inside it.
Yeah, it's just like...
I would never be... I would be like, you need to transform to a mech, where I can use you to kick some ass.
Or so many times.
That would have made a different movie, a much better movie.
There's so many times where I'm like watching the action scenes and I'm like, well, he's dead.
Yeah, he should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have died so many times.
Oh yeah.
Just in real life.
Yeah. Or just
let's-
all the background, just like all the extras in the background. I'm like, well, he's dead. Like that was the game for me. Like, oh, they're dead.
Yep. Well, no, I take it back. All right, I saw the movie Fury, the Brad Pitt World War II tank movie.
Yep.
Shia LaBeouf was in it, and he was amazing.
Yeah, like I said,
I highly suggest Fury,
Yeah, sort of the valet.
just because of how amazing Shia LaBeouf is in that movie.
I don't think he's terrible. I just think that the whole movie was terrible.
Yeah, I think he was terrible in that movie.
I just think
And I haven't seen him do shit beyond that. So
I think he did what he could with what he had, which wasn't much.
which was,
and-
it's Natalie Portman in Star Wars is what it is. It's just terrible because everything was terrible, and what can you do about it? Oh God, no,
You're
dude, he's too
walking
crazy.
in the woods. There's no one around, and your phone is dead. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him. He's following you, about 30 feet back. He gets down on all fours and breaks into a sprint. He's gaining on you.
Shia LaBeouf.
Fuck!
You're looking for your car, but you're all turned around.
I don't have a
He's
car!
almost upon you now, and you can see there's blood on his face. My God, there's blood everywhere!
Running for your life from Shia LaBeouf. He's brandishing a knife. It's Shia LaBeouf. Lurking in the shadows. Hollywood superstar Shia LaBeouf. Living in the woods. Shia LaBeouf. Killing for sport. Shia LaBeouf. Eating all the bodies. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Now it's dark, and you seem to have lost him. But you're hopelessly lost yourself. Stranded with a murderer. You creep silently through the underbrush. Aha! In the distance, a small cottage with a light on. Hope. You move stealthily toward it, but your leg! Ah! It's caught in a bear trap!
Gnawing on her leg. Moving to the cottage. Now you're on the doorstep. Sitting inside. Shia LaBeouf. Sharpening an axe. Shia LaBeouf. But he doesn't hear you enter. Shia LaBeouf. You're sneaking up behind him. Strangling superstar Shia LaBeouf. Fighting for your life with Shia LaBeouf. Wrestling a knife for Shia LaBeouf. Stab it in his kidney. Safe at last from Shia LaBeouf.
You limp into the dark woods, blood oozing from your stump leg. You've beaten Shia LaBeouf.
Wait, he isn't dead. Shy surprise, there's a gun to your head and death in his eyes, but you can do jujitsu. Body slam superstar Shia LaBeouf. Legendary fight with Shia LaBeouf. Normal Tuesday night for Shia LaBeouf. You try to swing an axe at Shia LaBeouf, but blood is draining fast from your stump leg. He's dodging every swipe. He parries to the left. You counter to the right. You catch him in the neck. You're chopping off his head now. You just decapitated Shia LaBeouf.
His head topples to the floor, expressionless. You fall to your knees and catch your breath. You're finally safe from Shia LaBeouf.
But I thought I cut his head off. I thought that was happening. God, I shouldn't take mushrooms before the show.
You should take mushrooms for the show.
If they were legal, I would be nothing but beyond mushrooms.
Oh man, it's shit like that that makes me very happy with Shia LaBeouf. Like, that's awesome.
Of course, went along with it. He's fucked up.
He's fucked up.
I mean, there's few people more fucked up than him.
It's true.
Obviously, Megan Fox, because she continues to work with Michael Bay. Oh wait, the only person that'll give her a job is Michael Bay. That's funny.
Yep.
She should do porn. I'd give her work. Not with me. That'd be gross. Like 9 black guys, definitely.
All the black peoples.
Glistening black guys. She'd be
Okay.
happy. She'd be unconscious by the end, but she'd be happy.
Jared here with your first look at some Splatoon single-player gameplay. Nintendo was kind enough to
what do you
invite
think of
myself out along with a bunch of other people, including Gerard the Completionist, the Warp Zone guys,
I'm
Long
not
Gamer, a lot of other
super-
people, to the Nintendo of America
I
headquarters.
don't give a shit.
No?
No, I genuinely don't. Because I'm a single player.
True.
I'm not a multiplayer player. I'm not a versus player. I'm a single player.
It's definitely.
And the game looks interesting. If there's a single plair mode,
There is.
I
You're
would love
looking.
to
You're
play.
looking at it right now.
Oh, okay. Then I would love to play this. Then yes, this looks really fucking cool.
Yeah.
If it's not just versus mode, because you know why I can't stand playing versus mode? Because people talk, and that's just awful.
So.
And it's interesting that it seems that Nintendo agrees with me.
Yes. Nintendo does agree with you very heavily. Where
I
they're.
think people are awful as well.
It's
Interesting.
true. They are totally killing the online chat.
Yeah, because you want to hinder the pedophiles as much as possible from talking to the children.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because let's face it, it's kids and pedophiles playing Nintendo games. That's it. Sorry, Bill. Sorry. I hate to out you like that.
I recovered.
But your son's a pedophile.
Oh. I recovered. But yeah, I mean,
it is a little strange, Nintendo totally wants to hear what you have to say. Wait, no, they don't. They don't want to hear a fucking thing from you.
well, here's the thing: if you have online chat, then you have to put up that whole scary banner where it's like online interactions are not rated by the ESRB.
Yeah.
Because they can't be.
Yeah, and you know what? It's a choice, and if you really want to chat with people, you can. Let's face it.
Yeah.
All this does is encourage you to have a team of people that you play with instead of randomly finding fuckers and assholes whose avatar is a dick-faced me, and all they do is talk about N-word, C-word, D-word, Q-word, Z-word, X-word, just horrible stuff. I mean, the worst language in the dark speak.
Yep.
Just foul, summoning other beings. Yeah, it's bad.
Saying the name that thou should not be said.
Voldemort. That's what meant, right?
Yes.
All right, good. So it's hard to disagree with him, but it implies stuff that I'm not comfortable with.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like that Hillary Clinton image thing. We gonna talk about that later? Maybe.
This one?
Well, not this one. This isn't Hillary Clinton.
Oh, yes.
So Maya Angelou is apparently this writer of literature who's quoted for saying great things, but they made a stamp. All right, they made a stamp for her.
Yep.
And quoted her. The quote they put under her stamp is something she's never said. Like she's never connected those words together in a sentence. Ever. 0 times she said whatever it is she said. That's not the quote, but
there's no byline here, so who knows who said this? I mean, it's just a name with a picture.
Yeah.
We don't know who
2
said
out of
this.
3 ain't bad. Yeah, 2 out of 3 matches ain't bad.
I'm
For a
just
match
saying,
game, yeah.
from the shitbad lawyer side of me, it's saying, look, guys, hang on. You can't get me on any libel or anything here. I just had the picture of the woman's face, which she gave me permission to use.
She
and
did.
I had to say who it was.
Yeah.
I didn't say down here underneath this who said this.
I just wrote some bullshit, yeah.
Just any
If you
asshole.
click on the new stamp features fake quote from Maya Angelou, I'm sure they actually have the quote itself.
Yep.
A bird doesn't sting because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. I'm sorry, a bird doesn't sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. And she has never strung those words together ever.
Perfect. Especially perfect when you got the First Lady, you got Oprah, you got that asshole.
Whoever the fuck he is. Ugh, Oprah, that baby murdering bitch.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Oprah. Thanks for murdering babies.
The original Obama. Thanks, Oprah.
Yep, it's true. She's the one that made Jenny McCarthy think she had an opinion. And then she could convince people to stop vaccinating their kids. And oh, look, more kids die every year now because of it. That's awesome. You people suck. I hope you all die in a fire.
Speaking of opinions, those guys who, those guys in Maine, those poor culture shock folk in Maine.
Oh, I know. It must be horrifying for them.
They're all worried that they're going to get 250,000 unique visitors to their island. So this article goes on like, I guess Bangor just discovered that Cards
This was
Against
happening?
that Cards Against Humanity gave 250,000 people a
250,000
a 250,000 of people a 1 by 1 foot square foot of land on this island.
Yep, you have a deed for it because you and your wife got some of this, didn't you?
So we technically own 2 square feet of this island, picture below, which has been renamed officially. You can find it on Google Maps, Hawaii 2.
Which is genius.
Actually, I probably.
Jenna's been talking about taking a sojourn, an odyssey, if you will.
Yes.
To this location.
Well, there's also there's a safe on the island.
Yeah.
That people had to find.
Yeah. Haven't people found it already?
Oh yeah, they found it. They opened it. It was a big contest thing.
Yes. Anything funny I say tonight, you can attribute to Twisted Tea.
There it is.
There's your spot.
There's Hawaii 2.
Oh, this is Hawaii 2. And apparently, people have already trounced on private property to get to this island.
Yes, and that's legal
How
in
dare
Maine.
they?
That is legal in Maine. I can go through other people's camping spots and private property to get to my property.
Yep, that's actually a legal thing in Maine.
Yes.
You're right. Now, granted, to be fair, the people from Cards Against Humanity have made it clear to people that go to visit their 1 by 1 foot square of land to not fuck with the locals, not mess with the environment.
Yeah.
You want to go and take a picture of yourself there, whatever, but don't be a dick.
Yeah,
is
don't
really
leave
what they're saying.
trash, pick up pictures yourself, no major parties, you can't build anything.
Dear God, don't burn anything down.
Yep. Now in Maine, you can go through, to get this
Oh,
island.
yeah, it's legal. It's legal.
You have to get to a boat. You have to have a boat. That means I have to put a boat launch somewhere. I'm assuming there's a boat launch somewhere in this lake.
It's a lake, just get a raft or a canoe. You're good.
So, as long as I not really trespass through your land, but traverse through your land without disturbing it, excessively.
Yeah.
Then fine and well. Which is why, as the article was talking about, the article complains about how the sheriff's office hasn't responded to any complaints because there's nothing to respond to. This whole
There's
article
probably
is kind
no
of
complaints.
This whole article spin. The only thing
It's a thought germ. It is a thought germ that is trying to spread hatred for this amongst a very small community of people that no one gives a shit about.
I just love it. There's Troubled Paradise, yada yada yada, ba 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 ba. Purchased last fall,
$190,000 they paid for that.
But okay,
Yeah.
they purchased this like October last year. They gave it away during Christmas, 2014. It's now 4/12. This dropped 2 days ago.
This article. Well,
This
bear in mind
article-
too, they probably haven't actually seen anyone until recently. Realistically,
It's just like
because of the weather.
people have already been going there for 4 months, and it hasn't. Like, what? You just realized? So obviously, this is not a problem.
No. But will you see more people? Yes. Will you see a lot more people? No.
No.
Will you see 250,000? No. They're idiots. They're idiots if they think 250,000 people actually own the land, because that's not how the law works. The bottom of the article kind of corrects itself in a way.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Which is weird. It's almost like a redaction in its own fucking article. It's like day one DLC.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of spin in this article, and I'm just paraphrasing, where it's like, oh, boo on people and Chicago-based company, and boo, 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 and then at the bottom it's like, oh, by the way, nothing was very wrong. Everything's fine. We're all fine here.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
are you?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, it's everyone's worried that you can't subdivide. That's illegal. And at the bottom of the article, it's like, well, they didn't really subdivide.
Yep. I mean, really,
They
the only
didn't
thing
really do that.
the only thing that is illegal is the safe.
The safe's illegal.
The safe is technically legal. They poured a concrete foundation to put the safe on with a shed. That is technically illegal. I was reading the actual bylaws and that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, all they have to do now is remove it, and the contest is done. They can actually go in, remove the safe and foundation.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised
replate
if you guys make a trick up there, you will not find the safe anymore.
Oh yeah, I imagine within the next few months or something, they'll probably have to answer for it somehow. If it is illegal, then definitely. If they broke any laws, then they'll have to go remove the stuff and.
But the thing is that
but they
I
have
don't
to
know.
get prosecuted first too, and who's going to prosecute? Obviously, not the sheriff's office.
Yep.
No fucks given there. Oh, nice! You actually Googled up the law. You did some investigative journalism, sir.
I did. Page 19.
You're like a real newsman now, a newsie.
Yeah, you need to be like within 100 feet of the high water shoreline.
Yeah, and they weren't.
No, I mean there's no way to be. Like they would have to put the I don't know where
the safe is. It's 200 feet wide.
So it's barely 200 feet wide, right? From one edge to the
Oh, wait.
next. So there's
Oh,
no
you say
way.
you can't be within 200? You can't be within 100 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
So unless it's like the safe, which it isn't, is like dead center, then maybe you might get away with it.
But that's assuming they knew the zoning laws. I mean, that's something that's easily missed.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they'll have to talk to their lawyers. And again, it comes down to them actually getting charged. If they don't get charged with anything, then no harm, no foul. They can just go and remove it and be done with it.
Supposedly the safe was within 22 feet of the shoreline. So.
Okay, so
Or-
it was
or
within
the-
sight.
Not so much the shoreline itself, but the flood shoreline. So they take
flood
into account.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, the high water line.
Yeah, so there's really no areas on the island, this little tiny dinky island, for them to put anything on.
Yeah, technically. Well, here's the thing. A good point was made by Cards Against Humanity at the end of the article was that if we didn't buy it, someone else would have, and they just would have put a summer home on it. Because you could do that.
Yeah.
So long as you do X, Y, and Z, you can do that. So
Which-
someone could have bought it and turned it into a fucking resort, and all these assholes complaining about it can eat a dick because it would have been worse for them.
Yeah, they could have zoned it as a general development, and then the 75-foot
Yeah.
rule. Actually, it can go down to almost a 25-foot rule, depending.
Yep. So that's the entire middle part of the island could be turned into a fuck you resort. You know.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
again,
it could have been.
a lot of spin in this article and just a lot of butt hurt in this article for really no reason.
But then the last two paragraphs kind of undo itself, which is weird to me.
Yeah,
That's
it's
bizarre.
such a weird article. It just kind of struck me as like, why does anyone care? And then I was like, well, you know what? More of the article is kind of bunk more than what it's talking about. I don't
Yeah.
know.
What it's talking about is a silly concept.
Yeah.
So Cards Against Humanity had a nice little gimmick.
Yep.
It worked. No harm, no foul. They've done no harm. People complaining are like those assholes that complained about, well, like where we live, where the teen center was originally supposed to go, where we had a trash center,
Yep.
and instead it got moved to where a dump used to be, and
Yep.
then we put a trash processing center in downtown Biddeford.
Yep.
All because, one, people in downtown Biddeford didn't want teenagers hanging around downtown, and two, the people in Saco across the river didn't want a trash processing plant within sight of their homes because it may reduce the price and value of their property.
Yes.
So all that was done. Another town and idiots within our own town made us smell like shit and garbage for years.
Years and years.
Yeah, like the entirety that we've lived here, I think. It's only been recently shut down Merc.
Yeah. It's dead and
They're
gone.
still demolishing it. It's going to take forever.
So, do you think he's dead and gone? Do you think he's dead and gone?
Well, that's where the issue ended, on that note of trying to establish that Donatello took a piercing to the shell, and amazingly enough, they had Bebop and Rocksteady do it.
Yes.
We know from the cartoon that we actually have the common phrase now, a character getting bebopped and rocksteadied. It's a trope.
Yep.
Where you take a character who's a bad guy and you depower them as the series progresses to the point where, at least in the case of Bebop and Rocksteady, they literally became smaller than the Turtles. Physically.
True.
They started out massive, throwing dumpsters at them, being one of their toughest fights ever. These midgets just... And not even like Tyrion Lannister cool midgets. They were just dumb, like cowering before the Turtles every time.
Yeah.
So the notion that they had Bebop and Rocksteady break Donatello's shell and potentially kill him. Now, I don't know if they're going to go that route. It would definitely... I mean, it would be amazing if they did. I mean, that would be bold as hell. But some people theorize they're going to follow the original black and white comics done by Eastman and Laird, where Donatello got cybernetic implants.
Yes.
To keep him alive.
Yep.
So that may be where they go with this.
I'm pretty sure that's where we're going.
Yeah, I imagine it is. I'm sorry, Game of Thrones has spoiled me. I want him dead just because of what it would do to the story, and I would actually give a fuck and want to read it.
Yep.
I would pick up reading this if they killed Donatello, because suddenly every one of those turtles that remain becomes very interesting.
Very, very.
Oh, Raphael, Leonardo, how Leonardo deals with it, what it does to Michelangelo. You know, because he'll have that moment if he's trying to force humor and it's not working and he just breaks.
He just keeps going.
You just see him break right down, just autism style, just nothing, no emotion, and he starts beating the shit out of things on a level of Raphael.
That's true.
Like, wouldn't that be amazing to see Michelangelo just lose his shit and get cold? Like a cold, dark, angry Michelangelo.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Even if it's just like one fight where he's just blank faced and just swinging those nunchucks like the pro he really is. No joking, no game, just blah. And Raphael's like, damn, fuckers got dark. But speaking of something lighter, you should play the trailer for this.
Oh, we got a trailer?
Yes! Dude, I always provide. Why don't you make it big?
We have a liftoff on Apollo 11.
Following in the footsteps of the great astronauts of the past
One small step for man.
comes the next generation of explorers.
Was anyone else just a baby?
Meet the crew of the UMP Cruiser.
We discovered a tunnel to a new universe, so we're lost.
And trapped.
Yay, us!
6
Kill, I found a kill!
make that 5 humans.
Oh, you plug right into your gills.
These are brain holes. Know the difference.
An AI.
I would love free will.
That's a slippery slope.
A robot.
I told you people not to roll me. It's very humiliating.
He's so cute.
And a coffee maker.
I'm the captain now, and you're all about to get roasted.
Each handpicked for their intelligence.
We're completely off the grid.
What's the grid?
You don't know what the grid is? You're the navigator.
Their commitment.
I don't think we can eat fudge for a year.
Suit yourself, it's a superfood. I haven't peed.
And their courage.
You're gonna fly the ship manually.
Take the ultimate voyage beyond the known universe.
We can name it whatever we want. Michael, what would you name that planet?
Michael.
Tater dog.
Crispin's Wharf.
Wow.
Oh, nice needle placement.
Does anybody else feel like their head's about to explode?
Well, that's just radiation.
As it stands now, we'll be dead within minutes.
other space.
By my calculations, we're facing at least 6 types of serious existential risk.
Semi-serious. It ain't no thing.
Your words will be a sweet soundtrack as I choke to death on the vacuum of space.
Starting on April 14th, only on Yahoo Screen.
Everyone can hear 2 more days and
Walls
this
on the
drops.
ship are designed to withstand laser
Nice.
blast and meteor storms. No one can hear us.
These walls are mainly decorative. The fact that you're still alive is crazy.
That line sold me. The fact that you're still there, I'm like, this is kind of funny. I might watch this, but then like, no, the walls are decorative.
Yep.
You should be dead. Oh yes, in anticipation of tonight.
So you ready for tonight?
Dude, I am. Dude, this opening is amazing. That Sesame Street name.
Yep.
Listen to that music real quick.
I mean, Sesame Street brings it. I mean,
Westeros
they
needs
know how
a
to do
new
a
king
charity.
or queen.
I've seen Game of Thrones.
To decide, we will
They make
play
fun
a
of the
game.
deaths of
A
characters.
game of chess.
Yes. Yes, they did.
This is amazing.
Yep.
To play the game.
All you gotta do is Sesame Street, Game of Thrones. You can see this. It's basically a counting activity.
Blue Joy.
Yeah, yeah. Game of Chairs. It's basically musical chairs.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this
Tell everyone how to play.
We don't have to watch the whole thing. It's just
No.
the fact that it exists.
Yes.
Is amazing. The
That's
next one we will have to watch. But that one, just to talk about real quick, yes, it's this is so good.
Game of Thrones, season 5, baby. HBO.
Big
I've been
big
waiting for this, waiting 9 long months for dragons and tits. Winter's coming. Game of Thrones, I can't wait. Game of Thrones. Khaleesi, girl, be my queen, and please, all I want this season is another nude scene. Winter's coming. Game of Thrones, I can't wait. Game of Thrones. Hold up, this one goes out to Hodor, and my girl Sansa Stark represents. Now she's looking badass thanks to Littlefinger. And damn, I love when Lord Baelish whispers. Tyrion, he's the best in the show. Taking out his dickhead dad with a fucking crossbow. Now he's smuggled out to sea, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But after snuffing out Shay, let's hope he's done with them hoes. HBO, I've been waiting for this. Waited 9 long months for dragons and tits. Winter's coming. Game of Thrones, I can't wait. Game of Thrones. Khaleesi, girl, be my queen, and please, all I want this season is another nude scene. Winter's coming. Game of Thrones, I can't wait. Game of Thrones. Cersei, you incestuous bitch, tried to kill one brother and the other you kiss, while your little boy Tommen takes his place on the throne. He really just wants some of Marjorie's poon. And there's Bran, the cripple heading north of the wall. He found a big red tree and fought some skeletons off. Then there was a who the fuck knows? That storyline sucks.
It got weird.
Defend Castle Black, that's the theme of last season, with Jon and Sam getting in touch with their feelings. He loved that wildly more than you'll ever know.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Don't forget Stannis, he's the one true king. Oh yeah, and Reek, this dude, and the Firewoman thing. There's the Hound. Is he dead? And Arya Stark. Please tell me I'm not the only one attracted to Brienne of Tarth. Oh my god, I am. HBO! I've been waiting for this. Waited 9 long months for dragons and tits. Winter's coming. Game of Thrones. I can't wait. Game of Thrones. Khaleesi, girl, be my queen, and please, all I want this season is another nude scene. Winter's coming. Game of Thrones. I can't wait. Game of Thrones.
I can always replay the previous
The
episode.
White Walkers. This is 4 fucking seasons. Can we learn some more about you? I know that you're undead and they gotta burn the bodies, but like, do you have a queen? And if so, is she a hottie? Here's Varys and Davos and my homie Podrick, my man Jorah, the Unsullied, and everyone else I missed. Season 5, I'm ready. I've been waiting for this. Countdown starts now. Here we go. Holy shit! HBO. I've been waiting for this. Waited 9 long months for dragons and tits. Winter's coming. Game of Thrones. I can't wait. Game of Thrones. Khaleesi, girl, be my queen, and please, all I want this season is another nude scene. Winter's coming. Game of Thrones. I can't wait. Game of Thrones.
I'm so glad we have free HBO right now because I'm totally gonna check that out tonight. Legally. Not via torrent like some motherfuckers. 'Cause I would never do that.
Steven Spielberg! Forsyth!
Alfred Hitchcock! Picture a child sitting next to a project, learning from your films to become a much better director. Now picture a $3 billion dream machine who can blockbust all over your crop just to see. Try to duel with me, Alfred, you must be psycho. I'll bring back Jaws to take a bite of your lipo. I'm always so on top of my game, I get the vertigo. My jet's in the terminal, waiting for me to murder ya. I rock the Academy and the DGA. You rock as many Oscars as that schlep Michael Bay. Next time you're filling up those jowls with 3 steaks and souffle. Check the trade, see me amplitude my next big play. I produce cartoons and make games for all ages. You produce Jimmy Stewart making one of 2 faces. Maybe next time I visit you'll be a bit more gracious. Now kiss my full moon and just bask in my greatness.
That was a close encounter of the turd kind. But there won't be a pretty ending this time. Half your billion should go to John Williams. Now brace yourself as I reveal my brilliance. I'm the master of suspense, so intense, no defense against Hitchcock once he presents. My skill is enormous, orchestrate brilliant performance. You're more horrible than Megan Fox's acting in Transform. Come on! Fish puppets and muppets to stir the fears up. I squeeze screams out of chocolate syrup. I'm the best mamma jammer ever stood behind the camera. Damage panderers and haunt you like the last Indiana.
Give me a Tylenol, stop rhyming, y'all. Alfred, you got no style, dog. I'm the king of dialogue. There's only one movie I know you're from, and I've seen more blood in the shower when I stubbed my toe in one. Tried to fight in World War I, but couldn't do that. The British Army wouldn't let you join because you were too fat. Look it up, it's a true fact. Wikipedia that. Now allow me to attack Stephen the Hack. Due to War of the Worlds, a failure is what I label you. It looked like some sellout bullshit Michael Bay would do. Ask anybody,
What's your favorite Sam Jackson part?
no one's gonna say, what's his name from Jurassic Park? Scripts that I write ain't the cleanest. When I grip mics, I'm the mean. Quentin Tarantino is a genius.
A bad motherfucker.
From the wallet to the penis.
Yep.
Genius is a powerful word, but there's no reason to use it unless you're talking about the Kubrick. Then there's really nothing to it. Everything I do is visionary. Every single frame of painting made exactly how I wanna make it. Do another take and get it right 127 times. I'll make you learn to love me on the bar. Jump over violent rhymes like clockwork. Make you all hurt. Beat Spielberg, the color purple. AI is the worst wasted potential since the Ninja Turtles.
That's enough. I've heard enough crap from all of you. When I come down there and show you what a real star can do, I swoop low with the telephoto. No Bruckheimer, I work solo. If there's one thing I've learned, bitch, this game is about motherfucking money. I make that dollar, y'all. Motherfucking money. Even make Mark Wahlberg make some motherfucking money. Shopping, got a few drops of that got milk money. Rose to the rock, now I got that socks made of silk money. I ain't got that guilt money. I don't give a fuck. Take my checks to the bank and I sign them with my love. I give the people what they love. While the critics say I'm evil, got no time to read reviews while I'm working on the sequel. Got a gift from above, the eyes of an eagle. When it comes to blowing up, no director is my equal. Who won? Who's there? Joe Jackson.
Yeah, you gotta watch that Steven Spielberg set I bought you for Christmas with your kid at one point.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
That's gotta, yeah. I won't buy you the Michael Bay collection. You'll have to put that on like a yard sale or some shit.
Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it.
It's all on you, brother. I won't spend money on that asshole anymore.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's terrible.
But you know what? He won that rap battle. I'll say that.
Yeah. Yeah, sadly.
Check with my nuts.
It's all about the motherfucking money.
It really is. Sorry, Hitchcock. You may have been an inspiration.
It's true.
Died broke compared to Michael Bay.
Yeah. Oh shit. So speaking of movies.
This is interesting because some people were in this cast picture down below that no one knew about.
Yeah.
Apparently cast in roles that no one still knows about.
Yep.
And also interesting, Jared Leto wasn't there for the read-through.
Huh.
Now, I have a theory.
Okay.
What I think they're going to do with Jared Leto as the Joker, they're going to improv his scenes.
You think so?
I think they're going to try to do some weird, experimental, crazy shit.
You're going to Robin Williams.
They're going to have him improv his scenes completely.
You're going to Robin Williams every scene.
With Jared Leto as the Joker, which he's not a Suicide Squad member. So he's probably only present to establish Harley Quinn's backstory or to be the main villain. which would be interesting if, and it has to happen. Harley Quinn lets him go in the end.
Yeah.
Or takes the shot for him when Deadshot tries to shoot him in the back.
I don't know, man. I mean, you can't.
We'll see. We'll see what they do.
But
But it's weird that he wasn't present for the read-through of the whole thing.
True.
So what's up with his scenes? If they're sparse, that makes sense. But if they're trying to do something new and different, because Jared Leto did release a photo of him with green hair, with a camera, posing the Killing Joke cover. So I don't know what they're doing with him yet. Then again, they might not have his part fully written yet. So that may be why he's not actually in the read-through.
It could be. I mean, like you said, it could be such a small part. It could be just fucking, a scene or two.
Yep, and then, you could be experimental. You could just have him just chew it up. Just chew it up with some crazy improv stuff a la anything from Judd Apatow.
Yeah.
But instead of trying to be comedic, you're just trying to be creepy and weird.
Schwarzenegger?
As a Midwestern father?
Yeah, if you get rid of this, like all the stubble, like he looks like a oh shit, oh wow, I'm blanking on the name here. Tommy Lee Jones. Like
Yeah, I can see with the eyes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, covered up from like the underneath the nose down. And
Yeah, I can kind of see a Tommy Lee Jones kind of vibe there.
Yeah, like
But what's interesting about this
down there
is how much he actually looks like a older buff version of the guy that plays the lead in Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, he does.
He really does look like Deputy Grimes.
Yeah, dude, you
And
yeah.
the girl, I've seen her in something else before. I'd have to look her up.
No idea.
But I'll tell you what, if the movie doesn't end with her biting him on the neck and him going, ah, turning into a zombie, I might be disappointed. Because every Schwarzenegger film, he's at least one point where he goes, ah.
Yes, or another Schwarzenegger film.
It really isn't.
Other
Bruce
films.
Willis- Ooh, yes, we have something to discuss.
I just don't. I'm not feeling this. This is not.
Now have you played them?
Yes.
Okay, you've played them. Where's the narrative? If they were going to make a movie out of the games that you played, where's the narrative?
Okay. First of all, you've already failed because you're making a movie about a video game.
Now, they're bound to get it right. I mean, yeah, they fucked it up just about every time. Resident Evil was fine to start with. It became shit.
No.
What? I love the first couple movies.
The first one. Ah, man.
It was very good. Dude, it had that agent. The one. Agent 1, remember? He was the balls.
Okay, see, now you're going to say this is what you're going to say. This is what you're going to talk about with this article, right? You're going to talk about with this article. This is what they need to do to make this movie work, right?
That's my theory. Yep, I'm going to say that.
We need to take pieces from this, and we're going to make a movie around that, and there you go. Want that. If you're going to do that, take inspiration from this, and make a movie called something.
Okay, let's say they had to make a Five Nights at Freddy movie. What would you want?
I don't think you
They
can
have to make it. What do you want?
I don't think you can make a movie about this because there is no narrative.
Well, that's why I'm asking, because there is a story to it. There's a guy that attacked some children and killed them.
There's a story.
Possessed these animatronics. Yeah.
There's a story. There's no narrative.
Okay. I see what you mean. You have to create a narrative then.
Yeah.
So where's the narrative?
Because you're the person, right?
Well, that's also a game theory, and I think that was debunked when 3 came out. I don't think you're actually the guy that does all the murdering and all the killing.
No,
and raping
three's a
children.
prequel. So 3 takes places before 1 or 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, how did 2 end?
2 ends with, basically it's an attraction of, like, it's the horror story attraction. Like, come see where this famous murder took place.
Okay. So they don't actually resolve anything?
They do at the end. But, like I said, it's not something, it's like, nowhere during these games do they ever freely give you the information. You are building your own narrative.
All right. So the story. Well, what if the movie is just that? The story of someone. I mean, that's kind of fucked up. Killing a bunch of kids, and then they haunt this plane. And the story is just this place turning dilapidated because these things are animating and killing people.
I
no
just
one
think if you
no one
want to say
believes that their animatronics are killing people. They just think it's some other dude who gets blamed for it, which is a shitty ending and story. But
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you want to draw inspiration from this, I'm down. If you want to make a movie around this, and say, "Yep, this is the Friday Night and Freddy's movie," then I'm not down because it's a dumb movie.
well, that's just like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It draws inspiration from the comics, but it doesn't actually copy the comics.
Yes,
and it's its own thing.
Yes.
So, can they still call it Five Nights at Freddy's, or are you just still like dead set against it being called Five Nights at Freddy's?
I don't know. It just annoys me because then you see like other movies where it's like Wanted, right?
Yeah, Wanted is an excellent example of them doing something really shitty with a property.
Yeah, and like all you had to do is just change the name of the characters, and you would have had your own unique property that would have been.
The whole movie Wanted was called something else. It was called something like a Loom of Fate.
Yeah,
because it
whatever.
had nothing to do with Wanted ever. Like even like they just took the title, the IP of Wanted, and they put it on top of this movie.
And that's
all
what
they
I'm
did.
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what they want to do with this.
We don't know that. We don't know that. It seems like they're actually working with the people that make Five Nights at Freddy's. But bear in mind, Mark Miller had nothing to do with the Wanted movie.
Yeah.
They cut out the creator completely.
I'm just saying, if that's what happens with this, then.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's shitty and worthless and annoying, and I'll never watch it.
Yeah.
But if they're involving the creators, I have hope. And I'm not afraid to have hope, Bill. It's okay to hope.
Well, they had Nintendo work with fucking Sony to do Super Mario Brothers movie or whoever did that.
Yeah, that was really. I don't understand why that was so bad.
Who made that? Actually, I'm gonna look that up now.
Yeah, I was very curious because that was really bad. Like really bad. I don't understand why it was so bad. You know what I mean?
Let's see here.
Like it had Dennis Hopper and Bob Hoskins.
Who made it?
Let's see. You might want to go to boxofficemojo.com. They usually have more information than. Oh, okay. Here we go. There we go.
Allied Filmmakers. Oh, they want
Synergy.
They want
It's all
DB.
made-up companies so that they couldn't get sued. They do this a lot. Kevin Smith talks about in his podcast how he couldn't use the View Askew name every time. He had to change it, so he'd like Askew View,
Yeah.
Viewed, Askewed, because every time you make a movie, you want to make a new company. That way, if anyone sues the movie legitimately, because that can happen, just at random, you've insulted someone or attacked them without realizing it, then they just go after the parent company, which just folds on itself. Which is why litigation against movies is not a lucrative business, so long as you follow the rules. But if they just did View Askew every single time, then one lawsuit could collapse the whole.
Oh, it was
company.
Hollywood Pictures. Oh my God.
Hollywood Pictures. What else have they done?
They did a lot of 90s, 80s like action dramas.
Aspen Extreme. Oh, the Weinstein Company. Interesting.
Yeah.
Arachnophobia. That wasn't a bad movie.
No, they did a lot of really popular movies in the 90s.
Married Man was one of my mom's favorite films, which makes me sad to say out loud. Joy Luck Club, that was actually well received.
Judge Dredd.
That's terrible. That's just fucking awful. I wouldn't want that on my list. I wouldn't want the
The
Scarlet
Rock?
Letter either. That was a crazy entertaining movie, I will admit.
Yep.
Sir Sean Connery
G.I.
and
Jane.
Nicolas Cage. What?
Gone Fishing.
I wanted to like G.I. Jane. The only good part was where she looks at her drill sergeant and says, "Suck my dick, sir."
Yeah.
Like it's empowering in one hand, but also kind of giving in to the,
Yep.
in order for her to be tough, she has to act like a man. I felt that was the wrong message at the end. But whatever, it's all like she was a Disney princess, so
Yep.
you can only expect so much. It was a nightmare, very honestly, that movie. It was a husband and wife directing team who were both control freaks and wouldn't talk before they made decisions.
I mean, Shigeru was involved with the project of the movie. I mean, and that turned out terrible.
You're also talking about the 90s. The 90s was a time when Hollywood had no feedback. They had no ability to know that what they were doing was wrong and pissing off the audiences.
And here's the thing with movies, it hasn't gotten any better for video game movies since.
Don't know of any good examples.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat's down the tubes. Those movies were shit. But
I mean...
do we have anything recent? Do we have anything past 2010? Because past 2010 is when you have a lot more social media.
Alright.
Where Hollywood is paying more attention to what the audience says. So this is why you can have a campaign of hatred, a thought germ, if you will, complaining about something, and Hollywood reacts to it. It's like when I said before how the Robotech Kickstarter failed, and that was actually a good thing. Because that shows Hollywood that there's not enough people out there to fuck up the movie and to counter them when they make something that's for the mass appeal, general audience.
Our last one was Need for Speed.
I forgot that even existed.
Yep, it got a 22% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's the last one, really?
Yep.
It came out just last year, even, right? Is that the one you're looking at?
2 years before that was
Silent
Hill. Which
the
got
first one I enjoyed, but the second one was bad. Like, real bad.
It got 5% on Rotten Tomatoes.
The first one or second one?
Revelation, so I think it's the second one?
Yeah, that was terrible. That really was a bad... Visually, it was stunning. It had just wonderful visuals, but that's it. It had no substance. It was painful to watch. Which made me really sad because I love the first Silent Hill movie.
They're making a Heavenly Sword movie? Oh, man.
That's been in the talks for a long-ass time. They made a animated cartoon of Heavenly Sword, which looked exactly like the video game.
Yeah, I mean, it was...
Which was annoying to me.
It's an annoying video game because it was all like, PlayStation 4 is new, and let's do all the motion controls because we're PlayStation. We want to take on Wii, and it failed.
Yeah, they were trying to incorporate their brand spanking shiny new, like, oh, we got a motion control thing, and you can use it to launch balls out of a cannon.
and you can not use it.
What's this? June 10th, 2016. And above it says March. Blizzard and Naughty Dog. What are they making? It's cut off on the stream.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies here.
If you scroll it over a bit, we can actually see more than just the company names.
Don't know if I can. Let me just do this.
Minimize the window and then drag it over.
Nope, because it's.
You're not doing it. Oh, you're not doing desktop screenshot.
Yeah, it's a screen. It's a screen grab. Live editing. Look at that, folks.
Hitman wasn't great, but apparently wasn't that bad. There's a new Hitman movie coming out this year. That one looks interesting, I guess.
Yeah.
Warcraft is coming out. Uncharted is coming out.
Ratchet and
Angry
Clank I'm
Birds
looking
is
forward
coming
to.
out.
That's an animated, not live action.
Yeah, of course. I hope so. Jesus. Yeah, you look at a lot of these titles and it's like they just were not good. Yeah, they did
Metal
not
Gear
make...
Solid, that's going to be nightmare.
Ugh.
Resident
Assassin's Creed. Hey, Assassin's Creed. They already made that movie. It's called Prince of Persia. Because that's what Prince of Persia was supposed to be originally, was Assassin's Creed.
Where is it? There it is. Prince Persia. Got 36%. Not too bad. Did pretty good money.
That's terrible. That was a horrible movie.
It did $335 million.
Because people are fucking stupid is the problem.
I'm saying that's probably the highest grossing...
On this list?
On this list,
Yeah,
yep.
I think you're right.
That took the cake, by far.
Oh yeah, the next one after that is Resident Evil Afterlife, which for some reason made all kinds of money.
Yep.
I don't understand that at all.
Okay, so the Resident Evil movies, right, aren't bad. They're just popcorn flicks. But they have...
They got bad.
Yeah.
They got bad hard. Their first three were okay. The third one was meh, because it was obviously a low budget compared to the rest. The first two I thought were their best. And then I saw the fourth one, and I was like, I'm not watching the one after this. And I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't, because it came out and it looked terrible. So is this a teaser from the movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
space. A wondrous realm where heroes are forged. A place of peril and adventure and... I can't do this.
Okay, cut. Sure you can, Quark. Just sound out the big words, like you practiced.
It's not that. Look! Our first feature film! And there's nothing here. Where's the eye-popping 3D? The CG explosion? Where's the dubstep?
Apologies, Captain. Everyone is out making the Ratchet and Clank movie.
And they can't spend a few more hours getting us a bit of pizzazz? How lazy are they?
Whoa, hold on. You don't want to anger such a talented team of animators.
Oh, please. What'll they do? Stop animating? Don't look!
Quark, there are kids here.
Oh, real mature, guys. Oh! Oh, fist pumping! Now you've crossed the line!
That is funny.
Oh, really? Stop it back!
Perhaps you should just apologize.
Fine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sheesh. Oh, that's more like it. Now, how about one of those epic logos? That's the stuff. See, when two adversaries set aside their petty squabbles, they can... I'm calling my agent.
Never mess with the animators.
I'm on board.
Yeah, no, dude. Ratchet the guilty pleasure of mine for a long time.
Have there been a lot of good animated video game movies? I mean, I know Street Fighter, the animated stuff has been phenomenal. The live action VD was disappointing as guile. That movie could have only been better if he had the hair.
It's a very short list of animated video game movies. I mean, Ratchet and Clank may be a actual trendsetter.
I hope you're right. Goddamn, I hope you're right, because
I'm not.
Look at DC. DC's animated stuff has been phenomenal. The fact that they're not putting that stuff in theaters, that they're just focusing on the live action, is very short-sighted.
Because I'm not thinking of anybody here. I'm not thinking of any.
No, it's true. There's no Mario game. The only other video game cartoon I can think of is Wreck-It Ralph. Like, that's it.
Yeah, but that wasn't based on a video game.
Not a real one, no.
Yeah.
Not based on real games. You're right. Interestingly enough.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, they didn't actually make a Wreck-It Ralph game. They really kind of dropped the ball on that. For some reason, movies and games just can't seem to be copacetic with one another.
You can't, because one's an interactive media and one's not interactive media, right?
Both are trying to convey a story.
Yeah.
In most games. Now, exactly, like Tetris as a movie, you're really stretching it to make it work.
Because that's
you know
the
what I
thing.
mean?
It's like every time they make a movie, it's like they need to hit different plot points. It seems like they want to take the characters, the very core of the character is the same, but then they go out and they have to go out for some reason and go do different plot points because reasons. I don't know what it is.
That's called storytelling, narrative, movies. I need a better example than just the term plot points. Like, what do you mean? Like
in
what
the
are they
Resident
doing
Evil,
in these movies?
Like in the Resident Evil
Evil,
movies, right? The
go
whole
ahead.
Resident Evil movies where it's like the whole point was to like escape from zombies and shit, right?
Okay, yeah. For the most part, that tends to be it.
When we barely scratched on the whole like zombies are dangerous thing, and it just became a popcorn action flick about how many zombie heads can we blow up with stylish bullets, and what are we even doing? No idea. Running around the world,
They're trying to survive because to be fair, even Umbrella in the games doesn't really give you a good reason as to why they're making this shit.
money,
I guess, but how are they making money?
bioweapons.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's still weird because everything they do is very self-destructive and a little too far.
Yeah, and that's it. That's why it doesn't work in the movies, because every time you sit down in the movie, you're like, this is super weird. This doesn't make any sense.
Well, it also comes down to the writers themselves, to be fair. Japanese writers for animes and stuff have always done an excellent job of making villains very complex. Villainous organizations makes sense to them because they do in real life. In real life, Monsanto thinks they're doing the right thing, even though we know they're a bunch of cocksucking, blood-sucking, vampiric, asshole shitbags just trying to ruin the world. They don't see themselves that way. They literally see themselves as the heroes in their narrative. And that's what's great about Japanese culture is that they always go out of their way to allow you the opportunity to sympathize with the bad guys, at least somewhat. Like, that was the only good thing about that stupid Final Fantasy movie Spirits Within, was how complex they made the bad guy.
I was just going to bring that movie up. That I just look over the list, and that is the only animated feature I can see on the list.
Which is weird. Because they did have a Resident Evil cartoon. They did. They made an animated movie.
Did they?
But again, it didn't really... Yeah, they did. We watched it. Here in this house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. At the airport and shit. Right.
Yeah, it was weird. It wasn't that good.
It was made by Capcom. That's right.
Yeah, it looked too much like the game. It looked like I was just watching a cutscene.
Yeah,
which actually just annoyed me.
Well, no. Basically, that is what you did. I mean, it was made by the same people. It was done by the same company.
Using the exact same animation.
Using the same animations. Yes, you just watched a giant hour-long cutscene.
Yeah. Yeah. Somewhat annoying. Alright, so where are we at now?
I was just looking through the... Yeah, Ratchet and Clank will be the first unique... I don't know. It's like, okay, so Final Fantasy The Spirits Within, right? Which didn't do very well at all.
No, sadly.
85 million, according to this list, which is dismal. Would that count as a video game property?
Final Fantasy, yes, technically, even though the movie itself had nothing to do with any of the game content that existed.
Not one piece.
Not one bit.
Not one piece of that movie has anything to do with any one game. Not one piece. Not even a chocobo.
Oh yeah, it's bizarre that they called it Final Fantasy at all.
Yeah.
That's another example of the wanted thing where I think they had a movie in mind or a movie concept built, and they just tacked on the name to it so they could sell it.
Yep.
Which is a shitty thing to do, and I wish they would stop fucking doing that.
Ugh.
Because it doesn't do well. Like, why do they keep doing that? This is why I actually have hope for Five Nights at Freddy's, because at some point there's got to be a break. Someone has to go, all right, we need to do something different to make this good.
I hope it's Ratchet and Clank that does it, because they're going to be the first.
Well, they come out this year, so hopefully, yeah, they'll beat that. They'll beat Five Nights at Freddy's.
Well, I'm saying I hope they're successful. That's what I'm saying.
I hope they are too. Because I don't see how they couldn't. I don't see how they could fail though. They're making the movie themselves, and they're funny guys.
Well, they're not making the movie. The people who did reboots making the movie.
Still a good thing.
Yeah, Mainframe Entertainment. I don't know. I hope that works out well.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Let's look up Mainframe Entertainment.
We're actually gonna have to wrap up soon.
All right.
Because it's been almost 2 hours.
It has been.
Yeah.
We'll see if
we do want to try to keep these within an hour and a half if possible. But yeah, let's look up Mainframe real quick. These are the people that did Reboot and are now doing the Ratchet and Clank movie.
Yeah. And Rainmaker. Right, they rebranded.
They're called Rainmaker now?
Yeah, they were called Rainmaker Studios.
Alright.
Oh, Rainmaker Features, they do the movies. Mainframe Entertainment does the TV series.
Ah, that's the new TV series with.
Or the new series. I haven't heard anything about it for a while.
Yeah, it's been kind of on hiatus. Fall of 2013, they announced it. Yeah, that was the longest time ago.
Yeah, April 2014.
They are not making episodes then, if that's the case.
No, they just started production April 2014. So, a year this month. Which is not odd for an animated feature. So, yeah.
But if you can't do it yearly, at least.
No, it usually takes about a year and a half.
To start a series?
Yeah.
Alright,
So I would not be
like the character Bibles built and everything else.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we start hearing stuff if it's happening, right? You might be right, it might be dead, but it's either going to be the next couple months or not.
All right.
Friday Night at Freddy's.
See what happens. So we'll agree to disagree on this. I have hope just because at some point someone has to make a good movie utilizing a video game property's IP. Like, someone has to eventually do it. This will have to go in the way of I'm going to call it now. This has to go in the way of comic book movies, where they started making quality stuff.
Yep.
It's mostly Marvel, but other companies have made things that don't suck that much.
Yes. I mean,
You know,
first class.
DC is still pushing out their movies, even though I don't like them.
No.
People do like them, and will watch them.
I mean, I like First Class. I like Days of Future Past.
Still a Marvel property, technically, even though it's done by Fox.
True.
But that's also the strength of the IP, is that another company, which is notorious for fucking shit up, is actually doing a good job with it.
Yep.
But we'll see what they do with Fantastic Four, because apparently Fantastic Four is going to try to tie in with X-Men.
Murderers caught after logging into victim's PlayStation account. Wow. Good on you.
Kudos to PlayStation, yeah.
Good on you, detective.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just skip through these a little bit.
Oh, yeah. That's an interesting story just in and of itself. Like, I'm just happy that someone got caught.
Yep.
We've already talked about that. Oh, yeah, scroll down. Show the pictures. Yeah,
Beautiful.
That woman looks... just hold that pose. Jesus Christ, she's...
Look at those vials. My God.
Oh, yep. That's exactly what I'm looking at.
That's vile porn right there.
Oh, it's some kind of porn. She is gorgeous, and she looks so much like Triss Marigold from the game. I am excited. I still have to finish Witcher 2. I got to power through it, but I'm kind of getting more and more excited for Witcher 3. Which, thankfully, I'll be playing on PC, so that'll be a hell of a lot easier, I think. Yeah, you're mostly gonna get. Yeah, she fucks him a bit in the game, so.
Yeah, dude. She
Probably
looks.
a lot of like
look
dude
at,
stuff.
Look at that. That's amazing.
Yeah, that woman looks exactly like Triss Marigold.
Yep.
Right, that's a low poly version,
Dude, I see it.
Yeah, just click over here on the high poly version.
No, this is good.
You know what? I just pointed on my fucking screen like you were right here. But you also brought your thing right to it too. Yeah, look at that. Now go back to her.
Does she have
Just
that?
unbelievable.
No, she doesn't have that pose.
Well, if you go back to the other one, I'll show you the pose real quick that she was mimicking, I believe. Go up. Yeah, right there. Or yeah, right. Ooh, there we go.
Right there?
No, that's just another cosplayer who isn't bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all. But in general, yeah, be careful of nips because some of those images have nips.
All right.
The game has like full nudity.
Dun dun.
Which
dun.
surprised me.
Counter-Strike player survives having his throat cut. Holy crap!
Not a result of swatting.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Apparently
Also,
he was he came to the woman's aid in a bar when her boyfriend was tossing her around.
Dude.
Guy pulls a knife, cuts his throat, runs off, and this guy chases the fucker.
Ugh.
Before he realizes, oh shit, I'm bleeding, and apparently it missed his artery by millimeters.
Oh my God. That
like
is...
any more stress on his part, any deeper of a cut, probably would have died. Probably would have died in the street.
Ugh. Gross.
Yep.
Yep. DOA's got boobies.
Yeah. Don't scroll down. Otaku showed off the nipples in this.
Yep, they did.
But yeah, I find it amusing that the people that made Dead or Alive are complaining about people making porn and nude mods for their game.
Dude, not the first time.
Yeah.
And
I agree with this guy.
Yeah, and here we go. This is what we're talking about a few weeks ago. This is what was going to happen, and it's happening. Big names are starting to, boycott Nintendo.
2 million subscribers is nothing to sneeze at.
Yep.
Angry Joe Vargas is a YouTube personality. For him to come out and say, fuck Nintendo, you guys are idiots and assholes, and I'm not going to support you anymore because you stole my money.
Yep.
Like he did a Let's Play of Mario Party, had it posted up for just a few days, only had 150 views, but apparently they were taking the ad revenue from it.
Ugh.
And he couldn't do anything except dump the video. That's all he could do was dump the video. The whole video was determined as being a violation of their copyright.
I mean, this is where they were going.
And our mutual friend B-Man Brendan, he did make a good point. Eventually, this will stop. It has to. eventually Nintendo has to stop this because they're just pissing people off. You know what I mean? They're just pissing people off, and they're not known for being happy with that. So let's move on to the next thing. Nintendo don't do that? What is this?
We need to talk about YouTube. We're losing community support, free coverage, and product awareness. I know it's hard, but we need to stop taking more bold moves by relaxing control of our IPs. Relaxing control, relaxing control, relaxing control.
Oof.
I guess I'll take that as a no. Again.
That might be it. That they might have hit it. They might have hit the nail on the head.
Yep.
Even though it's a joke, they might have hit it on the head.
I mean,
Nintendo does have a bad history of letting go of control on IPs.
We just talked about this. How terrible this was.
Yeah, and I have lamented the horror that is the Legend of Zelda CDI game.
Oh God.
Oh, so bad.
That's nightmare-inducing stuff right there, folks. Steven Universe is...
Our friend Nate has this, and I watched him play it last night.
My God. Can I talk about Steven Universe? I'm very sad.
Yes, you may talk about it. Oh, what? Why?
I'm very, 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 very sad on... And Jenna's out.
What?
Jenna's out.
Your wife quit watching the show?
Yep.
Oh, what happened?
They're doing a crossover.
With who?
Uncle Grandpa.
I don't know what that is.
The dumbest show I can think of besides SpongeBob.
Cat Dog? I don't...
No, Uncle Grandpa.
It's called Uncle Grandpa?
Yep.
I've never even heard of this.
It's terrible.
And they're really crossing over with it?
Yep. They're doing a crossover special thing.
Is this to give a bump to Uncle Grandpa?
I guess. Yeah, because, oh man, it's terrible. Makes me enough to like, ugh.
Do you have any news onto why they're doing this? Has anybody talked about it, or?
Yeah, it was part of their big Cartoon Network's big like media blitz. You know, for the new season last fall, where it's like, oh, we're doing this crossover, and I'm like, oh God, please don't do that. They did that.
I'm sorry. I look forward to checking this show out. The RPG looked amazing. It looked like a lot of fun to play. So
I know, and it's just like it's a great show. It's awesome. It's
like one of the first Cartoon Network shows to have openly gay characters, I think.
Yep.
Good morning.
Dude,
that's not
his
it.
head is a cock with ears.
Oh, hey, Gassy Gary. I didn't see you there.
Hiya, Uncle Grandpa.
So, what you eating?
Beef brisket and bean burrito.
This is what
This
you
is
get.
my floor. See you, man.
So long, Gary. That Gary's a nice
His
guy.
head is a penis with ears.
But nice.
Look at it.
G.
Hi, Pizza Steve.
And he's sounding. That's why the hat sticks and sits on.
No, really.
All right, shut it off. Shut it off. You can't shut it off fast enough. What
Yeah.
the fuck? That is...
Amethyst, have you seen Steven this morning?
Yep. He's hanging out with some weirdo. I think he's trying to vaporize Steven.
Yep.
No, not Bubbles Shield!
I would have sworn the Doomtastic Death Ray of Dastardly Destruction would have worked. You want to try the bees again?
Steven!
What's going on? Who is this stranger?
He's not a stranger, he's Uncle Grandpa. Uncle
Yep.
I'm glad
Grandpa?
they're
So
not
that
on
would
board
make
with
him
this.
Greg's
That is like the only joy I have in watching it. It's just how not on board these characters are with the whole thing.
Oh yeah. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Bad.
It's not enough money to be made in that.
No, I don't. Like, I guarantee you, goddamn to you, by 2016, Uncle Grandpa is done. Done.
It's got to be, because that is. I mean, I understand that the generation currently growing up likes what we consider to be pretty shitty humor.
Yeah, I mean
they do, and I mean it's only because we're curmudgeon and old, and we look at this stuff and we go, "Well, our stuff was way better when we were kids," and it really wasn't. I rewatched He-Man as an adult. I was a dumb fucking kid, liking He-Man and G.I. Joe.
Transformers, Ren and Stimpy. Oh my god. Oh
Ren
my
and Stimpy
god.
holds up a bit.
No.
Just a bit.
Ugh.
Just a bit.
No. It's it's purely nostalgia. It's purely nostalgia.
Is it really? Yeah, I know Beavis and Butthead is.
Yeah.
I know Beavis and Butthead is painfully bad. It's just nostalgia to watch it and go. Beavis.
If you like, imagine if you came into that now, today, fresh.
Right. But we have different tastes now. We've experienced more.
Yep.
And we know that when the kids that are watching this now and enjoying it, they're going to grow up and they're going to look back at it like we do, and they're going to go, "What the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah.
Why did I like this?"
Isaac, thank God, hates Uncle Grandpa. So
your son has remarkably good taste in cartoons.
Yes, he does.
I will give you that. You should be very proud of your son.
Yep.
He hated SpongeBob moment one. We didn't have to tell him SpongeBob was stupid. He knew.
Well, that's mostly bred. That was mostly instilled. That is like racism. Like we taught our child racism against SpongeBob, basically. Like to a most extreme level that I'm not comfortable with.
I am. I have no problem being part of this.
We may have had to explain that, like, no, you can't yell at people who have SpongeBob backpacks and pencils and tell them that they're dumb.
Yep, I couldn't do that because I laughed too hard when you guys told me that he did that.
Like, that was a legit thing. We had to have a big sit-down discussion. Not. He has no problem with people of different skin colors, different religion, different.
No,
whatever.
it's just people that like dumb shit.
Yep. and
he
it's not,
tells them like a child should.
But it's not like I don't like that and I think that's dumb. It's like you associate with this, you're stupid and I hate you. Like that's the level of.
He's an internet troll in the making. Oh,
yes.
I'm so proud of the boy I'm helping you raise.
So yeah, that happens. Jenna wants to boycott a regular show, and I was like, no way, that show is amazing. Screw you.
Yeah, she doesn't get it, and but she also understands that she doesn't get it because she eventually got warmed up to Adventure Time.
Yep.
It was an uphill battle, but she did it. You talked
I broke her on that one. That was
because it is a good show. It's amazing.
It is. Which nothing. There's been no new episodes.
That happens sometimes, man.
It's weird. Update. Speaking of Steven Universe, they finally did fix it on Amazon. I was able to actually watch the new episode. I didn't have to pay $2.
Yeah,
Bastards.
you were concerned about that for a while.
It was like 2 months. I was sitting there like.
Did you all
like,
catch up on your Steven Universe?
I just want to watch the Steven Universe. And like, no, you got to pay us $2. Like, no, I paid you money back there for all of it. This is supposed to be a buffet. Like, I can't walk into a buffet and you can't go to like the one tray of food and go like, oh nope, sorry dude, $2 more. I'm the gatekeeper.
All right, we got some rapid fire news. Hit it.
I got nothing.
What? No, rapid fire news. I got 2 links down there.
Oh, do you? What?
Yeah.
Where? Oh.
At the bottom. So rapid fire news. I have a couple links.
Oh, I see. I can't click on the links. Oh, there they are.
Second column. We'll let you click on the links.
I got them.
That's it.
Oh, we want to talk about this?
Yeah. Well, you had a nice thing to say about it on Friday when we were doing our show prep.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. It's weird, right? Because you got it's a whole hysterical, like Hitler, Hillary Clinton, haha. They said things. It's funny. It is to laugh, ha ha ha.
It is an interesting thought germ.
It is.
I'm going to keep bringing that up because that is now in my lexicon forever.
I mean, I get a lot. It's the political season. I'm sure everyone sees a whole bunch of shit on their Facebook. And I saw this one where I'm like, haha, you made a funny comment there. I see what you did there, haha. But then
it's not haha for many people.
But then I don't know. I got thinking about it a little. Wait a minute. I mean, obviously, like we can all agree, bad dude, right?
Yep.
But
good at what he did. Sadly.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Really shitty about it.
Yeah. Right. But
United a nation under hatred.
he totally took a post World War One Germany, which was broken, desolate, and
Yeah.
not a factor of
Fought
anything.
War too. Yeah, he fought in World War One.
Yeah, and then, what? However many years later, it becomes a world power.
Yeah, it was quick.
That just doesn't happen by accident, man.
Nope.
So the whole thing was like, you just take the photos away, right?
Yep.
And then you're like, all right, well, this dude, take the name away. Like, this dude, like, Subject A, rebuilt a nation, and here's his philosophy. And Subject B has kind of the same philosophy. I'm like, that's not... This is not...
Probably hasn't accomplished what he's accomplished.
Yeah, this by itself is not a bad thing.
No.
It only becomes a bad thing when you...
To quote Spock, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, even the one.
Yeah. I don't know.
So it's hard to argue against. I mean, yes, as an American, you want freedom to reign. So you want the needs of the individual to be supported. Absolutely. Kind of like the needs of these individuals.
I went to church with my family tonight, and the pastor... Oh, right, yes. I gotcha.
You mind if I read it?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. The pastor speaking. Now, according to a few passages in the Bible, homosexuality is a sin. A couple of older males in the audience. Amen. Pastor speaks. Now, wait, I'm not finished. You know what else the Bible defines as a sin? Divorce. Uncomfortable silence. There are countless passages that talk about how divorce is wrong, and that there are consequences to getting a divorce, such as the wife should be stoned. Yet, I wouldn't go back to it. I can't read it if you do that.
Oh, right. Damn it.
It's not on my screen. There are countless passages that talk about divorce is wrong, and that their consequence should be get a divorce, such as stoning the wife. Yeah. Yet I witnessed a divorce just this morning, and I gotta tell you, it was heartbreaking. But I definitely didn't attempt to throw rocks at the wife, even though she was the one who filed for divorce. We choose to overlook the consequences of divorce because time has proven that they are inhumane and cruel. The Bible doesn't say anything about the consequences of a homosexual lifestyle, yet we seem to be spearheading a campaign to ruin the lives of people we don't even know. Pastor shifts around a few notes around. The Bible states to love thy neighbor. That's it. There are no other rules or restrictions to that passage. So we as a church family have to support equality with a smile on our face. That is the true Christian way. And if that is how Christianity ran, if that is how it was run, if that is the word that was spoken, the word of God given to folks, a word of peace, a word of equality, I might be a good Christian instead of a shitty one.
True.
I'm just saying, you make a better religion, you will get a better worshiper out of me.
Yep.
And that was on George Takei's Facebook page, and I was very happy to see him post that.
No, that is a very good point.
Derp.
Derp.
So let's end on DD.
Yeah, I gotta add that to the list. I'm gonna add that to the list right now.
Yeah, that to my list too while you're there.
Pow.
Because I have nothing new. I was waiting for my computer to come from Rue, and I was getting my room ready and reorganizing everything, and then he wasn't able to come by, so now I'm just still waiting. So I haven't really watched a lot of shows or done a lot of gaming lately, because I was also busy this weekend helping the wife out with chores. Please fucking come home so you can do these chores instead of me. I would appreciate it.
Another month. One more month.
But I did catch up on some DD today because I had to cancel seeing Fast and the Furious 7 with my mom.
Oh, no.
Well, she wanted to do it later in the evening, so I would have been late for the show.
Oh,
I told her that wasn't an option. As much as I love my mother,